In this next spreadsheet, we're going to look at sorting data. So very often you want to sort things alphabetically, or you might get a file like this one. So this is a list of student marks that's been downloaded from some platform, and you'll notice that it's got everything in the same. If I just click on it, it's got everything, the student's name and their marks in the same column. And what we really need to do is to spread that out over different columns so that we can use it to calculate. So the way to go about doing that is to select the names that we want to change, to separate out into different columns. And you go to under the data tools over here. So that's on the data tab under data tools. One of them is text to columns. So if I click on that, you can either go delimited, which characters such as commas or tabs separate each field, and you can see here that the marks are separated by commas, or fixed width. So fields are aligned in columns with spaces between each field. Well, we are obviously using delimited because we're separating with commas. So you select that one and you go next, and then you select which one are the delimiters. So I've got spaces, for example, between the name and surname, and I've also got commas separating out the marks. So that looks, in a little preview window here, that looks accurate. So I just go next, and it's showing here what's going to happen. It's setting everything as general, so we can leave that for the moment. And we go finish, and that seems to have worked. Now all I need to do is just size each column correctly, and I can go and give headings. So this one is for surname, this was for test 1, that was for test 2, and that was for test 3. Okay, so I can then pretty this up a bit just by going in, for example, on the Home tab, just making it into little blocks there, and I can add some formulae to that. So let's say I want to find the highest mark. Well, if I go up to my editing tab over here under auto sum, you'll notice you've got sum, average, counting the numbers, and I've got max. Now max would be the highest mark, so I've selected max for that column, C2 down to C13. That's accurate, so I just go enter, and the highest mark is 10. I go in and do the lowest mark, and again that would be min, so I just choose min. Now do you notice it's gone C2 to C14, so it's including the highest mark. Now that's not a train smash, but to be strictly accurate, what we really want to do is put that in there, so it's only counting the actual marks. And of course the highest mark was, the lowest mark was a 0 over there. And to find the average, of course, we just choose average, and again we just make sure that it's saying C2 to C13, and the average is 8. Now that I want to apply to each of the columns for the tests, and to do that I can select them and then go Control C to copy and just paste across, or I can go to the bottom of that line and just drag across, and it puts the highest marks, the lowest marks, and the average marks. And then I can continue formatting like that. So for this particular task, what I'd like you to do is to take the CSV file, which is available under assignment 8, download that file, and then just use the text to columns to make sure that you create something like looking like this. Now, it's not sorted alphabetically by surname. So one thing I can do is just select the data I want to sort, and obviously I don't want to sort highest mark, lowest mark, or the heading over there. And then I click on data and I click on sort. And when I click on sort, it's got a little tick here which says my data has headers. Well, it does here, name, surname, term 1, etc. But so I can select that. Okay, so I want to sort by surname from A to Z. And I click OK. And you'll notice that will have sorted the names alphabetically. I could also sort on a different column. So if I wanted it by the term test 1 mark, I could go smallest to largest, largest to smallest, and click OK. Now, do you notice when I was doing the sorting, I selected the names and all the marks? Because it's sorting, but it's sorting the whole rows. And if I just selected the names, it would reorder the names, but would leave the marks in place. So you don't want that. Okay. So download the CSV file, which you find there. Do text to columns, do the sorting, and then upload the result.